everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a very active secondary. The Cardinals are #1 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Seahawks team that will need to avoid those turnovers. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside University of Phoenix Stadium in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I...
For a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Rivers now on second down. His throw incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. Third down here. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Smith. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now it's Smith. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Smith now to throw. It's caught by Carew. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They go back to Reddick. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now starts. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.